We're back for another You Ask, I Answer, and we actually had two different people submit this question in various slight variations, which was, how do I know which business idea to start? And each person had, of course, a few nuances to how the question was asked, but basically I've got all these ideas and all these passions, and I look at both of them, and I'm not sure what to do. And in one person's case, they've created this complicated matrix of weighted values and ideas, and they couldn't quite sort it out, and the other person was thinking about launching and how to make it all fit together, and they just couldn't figure out what business idea to pursue. And so in order to answer this question, I have to tell you briefly a little bit about the Jenny Shih philosophy for building a business, okay? Because if this philosophy doesn't align with yours, then the rest of the advice in this video is going to be useless to you, okay? So let's make sure we're on the same page first. So in my opinion, or in my philosophy, I like helping people build businesses, doing work that they enjoy. So I'm not just here to help you become a plumber and just build a plumbing business unless you happen to be very passionate about plumbing. But in general, I want to help people build businesses based on things that light them up, that feel like they're their purpose in the world, or their gifts in the world, or they just love to do. Because the more we all love our work, the better the world becomes, I do believe. We show up better, we're happier, our families are happier, we create this ripple of good in the world. So when it comes to building a business and which business to pursue, one of the first things I always ask clients or prospective clients or just whoever I'm talking to about business is, what lights you up the most? So forget logic, forget what you think is going to make money, forget which one makes the most logical sense, whatever. Put all that stuff to the side and look at your list. Which one lights a fire in your belly? Which one gets you excited? Which one sort of makes you smile a little bit? The reason is that fire in your belly, that smile, that excitement, that sparkle in your eye when you think about this business and serving those clients and doing that work, that is magnetic. That excitement is going to help you dig deep to do the hard work of building a business. And so So the next part of that is, you might be thinking, okay, that's great, Jenny, but how do I know if it'll make money? Well, then I want you to go watch one of my previous videos, which pretty much says you can make money doing anything online. And so go ahead and you can look for that video later. Maybe I'll put a link up above later. But anyway, you can pretty much make money doing almost anything. But when you use money as your decision factor, then your energy gets all gunked up. Instead, when you follow that pure, excited inspiration to do that work, that's how you know you're on the right track. Okay, so that's the first step. Pick the thing that excites you the most, or take the best guess. Like maybe there's just a few little nuances. Just take the thing that gives you the most excitement. Start there. Then the next thing you want to do is try it out. Okay, so this is exactly what I did when I was starting out as well. When I was working, I was an engineer and then an engineering manager at a high-tech company in town, and I did not want to do it, and I did a whole bunch of personal work, and I decided I want to be a coach. This is it. I want to help people figure out their next career step, so they don't have to feel trapped in this career that they think they should do, which is what I was in, but they can go out and do something they're passionate about. I thought when I was a kid, I wanted to be a therapist. Actually, I wanted to be a social worker. So I thought, this feels right. This is great. So I was excited. I was passionate. I went out and I started this career coaching business, and I did it. And guess what? I totally didn't like it. But I learned so much about being a coach, about serving clients, about online business. And I then took those skills and turned into being a VA. Now, I could have never left my corporate job and been a virtual assistant. But what happened is I just did one step at a time, and one step at a time led me to this point of being a virtual assistant, which then led me to the next step of being a project manager, which led me to the next step of being a systems coach, which led me to the next step of teaching business and marketing to people, step by step by step. So start with the thing you're most excited about and follow that passion, and know that if you follow step by step, you're going to learn. You may not love every step along the way, but every time you take a step, you have a new perspective. So literally imagine, okay, I would stand up, except then I would go off video. So here I am right here, and I'm thinking, what seems most interesting? Oh, that seems interesting. And I move a little closer to it, and then I'm here, I have a new perspective. Now this seems most interesting, and I move in this direction. Now that I'm here, oh, that seems most interesting. And we start to follow this path of what feels most exciting. Now, when we started back here, I couldn't see over there. But when I kept following this path, then I saw what was most exciting. So when you're trying to figure out what business to start, if you want a business that gets you excited, that you love doing, that you feel passionate about, start by taking the best guess you have right now about what's most exciting and start moving towards that. Work with a couple of practice clients. play with that arena. But actually do the work, because clarity comes from taking action. You have to move forward and take action and learn from it. As you're learning, you can then say, oh, this seems exciting, or that seems exciting, and you can follow that next path. And then you're there. Oh, now that I'm here, what feels exciting? Does this path still feel right? Or do I want to take a slight detour? Every step of the way you're going to get there, but you're never going to figure it out in your head. You're going to figure it out by following your heart. In fact, I had, before I started doing these videos this morning, had a meeting with my content strategist, who's awesome. And we were just talking about, our work together for 2018. She's making some changes in her business and how she serves clients. I'm making some changes on my team. And we were just sort of syncing up on what that looks like. And we had a great conversation, because she says, well, I'm in this phase of knowing that I want to make a shift, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm shifting into yet. I'm like, I totally understand. So together, we're working together to help me get what I need in my business and her figure out what she wants to do next, because we know that this is exactly one of the things that's so awesome about owning your online business, your own online business, is you get to shift and change as you shift and change. So what business do you start right now? You start the one that you're most excited about. And you know that it could change, and that's okay. That's part of the process. But every step of the way, you're learning and you're growing and you're getting closer and closer to doing the things that light you up. But you've got to take action. You're never going to solve it by just thinking. Clarity comes from taking action. You have to take those steps to gain that next perspective. All right, that is all I have for you on this topic. If you have questions or insights or anything you want to share, please leave a comment below. It is my pleasure to have a dialogue with you, and it is me who responds to all those. And that's it. I've got more videos for you. I'll be back in just a moment. Have a good one.